Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey and I want to talk about my adventures with Superman because, let's be honest, it looks like trash. And apparently I done step in a wasp nest for criticizing it and, doing my own edit for it. And I'm here to talk about it. So yeah, of course, as you guys know, DC announced that they were going to be doing two new animated series, Batman the Caped Crusader and My Adventures with Superman. And as a fan of both properties, that's great. I saw the first image of Batman the Caped Crusader and I thought, okay, cool. It feels like the old classic Batman the Animated Series. It feels like it's going to give me that noir comic book feeling of old time. And that's great. I mean, I'm not excited with some of the people that are working on the series, but okay, cool. I'm not really feeling the reimagining thing, but once again, cool. I can give this one a chance because it is Batman. It is produced with Bruce Timm. Bruce Timm did do the Timmverse, and we had the DC animated universe, and that universe has been successful for years. So, okay, cool. My Adventures with Superman is my problem. And of course, the usual thing is it's kid friendly, it's children friendly or whatever and stuff like that. And for me is I understand that things are made for children. I get that. But when you're taking a classic character for 80 years, these classic characters, and you're changing them around to fit some kind of virtue signaling nonsense, it's got to be called out. It's got to stop. Superman the Animated Series was for kids. Super Friends was for kids. The Adventures of Superman was for kids, apparently. The New Adventures of Superman was for kids. Like, DC superhero girls were for kids. All of these cartoon shows that starred Superman and had Lois Lane in there were for kids too, but they treated the characters like they're supposed to be their characters. You get what I'm saying? And when you're looking at the image of this, whatever they want to call it, Clark, Lois, and Jimmy, two of the characters don't even look like the characters. And that is a problem. That is a problem. You want kids to recognize that instantly that is Lois Lane. That is Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen has been messed with since Supergirl, right? And now you're messing with Lois Lane. And those are problems. You have to remember, these characters have been around for 80 years. A lot of people have introduced their kids to Jimmy and Lois Lane and Superman through other outside means. You guys keep thinking that just because it's for a new generation that they're supposed to give them trash, because apparently that's what it is. We're dumbing down animation and cartoons for kids, and then we're trying to put our own little twist and reimagining or some kind of, I don't know, agenda behind these characters. Because when I looked at that picture, when I saw it, I was just like, oh, it's Superman. That I know that's supposed to be Jimmy. I don't know who this person is right here until I scrolled down and read, and that they was like from right to left, Superman, Lois, Jimmy. That's not Lois Lane. That is not Lois Lane. That's not Jimmy Olsen. Don't give me some half-hearted crap and call them characters. I'm sorry. That is a hell no to me. And I understand some people be like, oh, it's a kid's show or whatever and stuff like that. Okay, and are we supposed to just give our children whatever? Let's do better for these kids. First off, stop taking a property that had years of fans in it and then trying to reimagine, retcon, change things about it, and then be shocked and surprised when you get pushback or blowback. You know damn well what you're doing. Respect these characters. These characters been around for 83 years for a reason. Respect the characters. Respect the legacy. Respect the creators of these characters. And respect your fans, your old school fans who actually support this stuff. Because the ones that are trying to make fun of, trying to say that people are just mad because it's a cartoon show or blase, or you just mad that diversity exists or whatever and stuff like that. It's just like, you guys haven't grew up in the 90s or something like that. Because I'm confused. Like, half of you people are probably my age that are trying to tell me how wrong I am about the criticisms that I made for the character. Yes, I'm tired of feminine women that are women get desexualized or defeminized for some woke agenda. Lois Lane isn't a tomboy. I don't care who you is, whatever. Y'all can get mad, whoop-de-whoop, all that bull crap. Lois Lane is not a tomboyish character. It doesn't matter young Lois or old Lois. She is a girly girl. She is a fashionista. She is a feminine character. Therefore, you need to treat her like a feminine character. It's the same bullcrap with that whole She-Ra Princess of Power. You didn't treat She-Ra like a feminine character. You treated her like a tomboy who needed to be covered up and stuff like that. Why the hell does she have a pixie cut that don't even fit her face? That's not even Lois Lane's style. That's the thing that a lot of y'all don't understand. That ain't the style. Just like Jimmy ain't black. He's white. Sorry. Like it or not, you can't. Like it or not, these characters are white. Like it or not, Lois Lane is a feminine female who wears skirts, who wear dresses, who wear pantsuits to the office thing. Why the hell would she be wearing a white t-shirt and leggings in an office setting? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Yes, she's an ace reporter. Yes, she's a journalist, but she also works in an office building setting. So guess what happens when you work in an office building? You have a dress code, right? Most women have to wear pantsuits, slacks, or a work office dress that is appropriate attire. Don't pretend like y'all ain't never picked up a comic book and never seen Lois dress. And yes, Lois Lane has dressed up in jeans before. And she has dressed up in leggings before, but outside of her job, not going to work on purpose, dressed like that. Why in the world is Clark and Jimmy dressed in business casual and she's not? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense because once again, if you want to bring in a new character or whatever, bring them in. I'm fine with that. The characters that you call Lois and Jimmy, those ain't Lois and Jimmy. Those ain't Lois and Jimmy. You call her Sky, and you call the other boy Scott or Trevor, you know, and let those be the two new friends that Superman teams up with. And Lois and Jimmy will still be there as well. But let's just say that you want to bring in two new characters that introduce the young ones into the world of Superman. You know what I'm saying? That's what should have been happening. So yes, I did make the editings to show how she is and stuff like that. And to be honest, I don't really care if it comes off sexist, misogynist, or whatever. I really don't, because the character is feminine. I want to see the character feminine. And I really believe that if you respect the character and you care about Lois Lane as a character, you know that in every interpretation of Lois Lane, she has always been a fashion forward character. Everybody always want to talk about, oh, you living in the 1950s. What are you talking about? You guys can turn on Channel 2 right now or CNN World News right now, and you can look at the women. They are wearing mostly pantsuits or they're wearing beautiful dresses. What are you guys talking about? Because they're in a professional setting. They're in a professional setting. There are times where they don't have to wear that kind of stuff depending on the location that they're in. But when they're in the office, they have to be business professional. It makes no sense that she would be able to walk into an office building in a professional environment and wear a white t-shirt with a few colors on it and leggings. So yes, I made the changes and I put her in a skirt with a nice blouse, because that is something Lois Lane would wear. Then I made another edit and I edited her with dress pants on with a purple blouse. And I gave her a short haircut, since you guys talking about, oh, she can't have short hair. Or, well, Selena Kyle have it. We're not talking about Selena Kyle. We're talking about Lois Lane. We're talking about Lois Lane. Stop pretending like I'm talking about all women. I want the character to look and feel and act like Lois Lane. And don't keep talking about, oh, it's going to stay the same, or, well, they can change it up and stuff like that. It's a reimagining, but she'll still have the same personality and stuff like that. They just look different. No, they don't. We've seen 9 times out of 10 when they make these kind of hard changes, it goes far left from who the characters are. Or did we not forget what She-Ra is? She was nowhere close to the original She-Ra. None of the characters were. And that's fine, but don't call them don't say that those are the characters, because they're not, because they've been out for years. People have certain expectations. Just because it's a children's show, so what? We're supposed to let it be stupid? We're supposed to dress the characters down? I'm sorry, little kids probably see their moms and dads dress up in suits and dresses with heels on. And newsflash, women have bodies. I don't know where the society get that they don't have it, but they do. Most of the women around me have bodies. Professional, out of professional jobs, mom, grandma, aunties, nieces, they have bodies. I'm sorry you don't like that. I'm sorry you don't like that. But that's really it. That's the truth. That's the truth. Lois Lane is Superman's first love. I mean, not first love, but is Superman's life partner, right? She is one of the most iconic characters in comic book history. So don't sit up here and act like nobody know what Lois Lane looked like, or this is something brand new. The character has been around for years. This isn't something that just came out of nowhere or left field. She should look professional. She should look like she is a girl, and she shouldn't be looking like an androgynous tomboy. I'm sorry. Even if it is young Lois Lane, they did a young Lois Lane in Superman Man of Tomorrow, and you felt that was still Lois. And guess what she was wearing? She was wearing a blouse jacket with a work shirt and work pantsuit with black high heels, with lipstick and eyeliner on, because that is Lois Lane. Even in kids shows, she's always had a professional outfit on. Don't pretend like this is something brand new or whatever, and then people want to get mad that I lightened up the skin color. Well, guess what? Guess Lois Lane is close to the same complexion as Superman. So I gave her that complexion. I literally took the comic book colors of Lois Lane and Jimmy, and that's what I did. I'm sorry you guys don't like it, but how am I whitewashing characters? How am I whitewashing characters? You mean characters that were originally white? That were originally white? That were originally close to pale? Exactly. So let's stop pretending like this is something brand new all of a sudden. It looks like woke trash, apparently. And apparently the people behind the Loud House, I believe, and the head writer of She-Ra, Princess of Powers, is behind this series. So you already know they're going to stray so far from what Superman, Lois, and Jimmy is. We know it's really a vehicle for Lois Lane to really be the main focus. And don't sit here and say it's not. Yes, the hell it is. Yes, the hell it is. My Adventures with Superman. Who you think the My is? It ain't Jimmy. It's Lois. And I'm not saying that we haven't had plenty of Lois Lane and Superman shows, but we're at a time where the media take women and make them so powerful. Don't need no man. The man cuck out to them. They're better than the man. Oh, Superman, I don't need you to save the day. I can do it myself. How much you want to bet? Most of the episodes end with Lois figuring out how to defeat a villain that Superman is fighting. Come on now. Let's stop pretending like this ain't something brand new. All of a sudden they play the same nonsense over and over and over again. How many chances are we supposed to give these people? Give the audience what they want, not what you think they need. Stop hiring these writers and creators that talking about, oh, I decided I want to do my take and my way on Superman and his mythos. What? Have you picked up a comic book? Have you ever read Superman? No. Have you ever watched any Superman material? No. So what do you know about Superman? I know the basic. That's it. You're hired. What? No. Give it to people who actually respect the source material of these characters. I'm not saying that you can't do nothing new, because that's what a lot of people are thinking, is that I'm not saying that they can't do nothing new with the characters, because look at the DC Superhero Girl show that they're doing. That's completely different. Look at the Harley Quinn show. That's a violent parody of stuff. And then you got what, the Justice League Action, that's like a medium in between both those shows. So it's not like it's not been done before. But let's respect these characters. You don't have to change the characters so drastically to the point where people are questioning it. Longtime fans are questioning it. Stop using products and IPs that have a built-in fan base and get mad that they have something to say about it. They're going to say something about it. They grew up with these characters. Sorry, you don't like it. Guess what? That's what happens when your character's been around for 80 years. I don't know what to tell you, but all of this nonsense about, all these kind of crazy things and stuff like that, touch grass, and this is what happens when you don't get no pussy and all that kind of stuff. Okay, sure. This is why DC wouldn't hire you anyway. Okay, sure. All right. Is that supposed to hurt my feelings? Of course. I mean, of course I had to block some of y'all because, it was just a little crazy, but, it is what it is. I mean, to be honest, I really didn't think it would be a big deal, but because people made it a big deal and because I'm banned from Instagram for a little bit for defending my position, it is what it is. Yes, I said what I said in my post about you know how I feel about women looking like women, because I've seen too many cartoon shows reimagine fictional women characters who were these beautiful feminine characters who were proud, who were powerful, who was strong, who was who was a character. They were characters. Yes, they were good looking, but they also had brains. They had beauty. They were smart. I'm sorry. These are fantasy characters. They should be treated like a fantasy. They shouldn't be treated like, oh, we need to include real world. I'm sorry to tell you that that's not how it works. That's not how this works. That's not why these characters and things have been around for years. But then you want to get mad that fans are pushing back on this stuff. You're embarrassing people with this nonsense. Of course, there's going to be some people that are going to love this and be like, "Oh, this is amazing." I mean, I already have comments about, you just don't want to see black people succeed. How does me taking Jimmy Olsen and changing him back to his original race me not wanting black people to succeed? Because as far as I can remember, there is there's two black reporters that work in the Daily Planet. I can't think of their names right now. And there's John Henry Irons and his niece that work closely with the Superman family. So you have black characters that could be used if you really need to bring in that quote unquote diversity. Like I said, this will be the perfect opportunity to make brand new characters. It's like you guys forgot that the DCAU brought in original characters that weren't in the comic books that are now part of the comic books. Or did we forget our favorite criminal trying to turn into a hero, Harley Quinn, Livewire, you know? Just Terry McGinnis, just to name a few characters that came from the show that transitioned to the comics. So it's not like they could have took those two characters right there that they supposedly called Lois and Jimmy and created brand new characters, and they could have been part of the staff that could have had some hand in some of the stories that Superman goes on and places that Lois, investigates on. That's how you bring in some diversity that looks natural than trying to change what the characters are already established as. That's all I'm saying. I understand that there are some people that want to change things up because they're tired of the same old, and I get that. But what I'm saying is, you can refresh these characters, but don't take away what made those characters them. Race, gender, sexuality, their personality, and how they dress, that is your character. That is who you are. My favorite color is blue, right? So you'll see me in blue a lot, okay? So let's say I was a fictional character in the comic books, right? And it's like a running gag in the comic book that I wear blue and I have black earrings in my ear and I have blue eyes, right? With let's say green hair, because that's my natural hair color, right? And I'm around Superman and their friends. I'm a recurring character, but I'm not a big major recurring character or whatever, but I am a recurring character, right? Okay, cool. So when it's time to make a show about Superman and his friends and family and people from the Daily Planet or whatever, stuff like that, guess who gets left on the shelf? Me. I get left. I'm a black original character, but because it doesn't fit that agenda, and because they swear diversity doesn't exist, they have to take the well-known characters and make them black. Or just like, for instance, there might be another comic book character, like the tomboyish Lois Lane character that they want, right? She's a tomboyish character. She has the short haircut or whatever and stuff like that. She has a little tan skin complexion, and she's a little tomboyish, right? And again, she's a recurring character that me and her get left on the shelf. If we're just using that as an experiment, we get left on the shelf while Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen gets that spotlight, and they take our qualities and our personalities and put it onto Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen. You get how that doesn't make any sense? You get how does that feel, where you created this character and the character is being changed drastically to fit somebody's agenda because they want to show this progressiveness that is already there. They just choose not to focus on it. You get what I'm saying? It's like, can we stop acting ignorant right now? People, read a comic book. I promise you, the changes that I made to Jimmy and Lois is literally how they are in the comic books. And even then, you can go and watch old classic cartoons. And for folks talking about the 1950s and stuff like that, like women aren't supposed to be in, like women can't wear skirts and women can't wear pantsuits. Okay. It's kind of like, do you guys go around women? Are you in a professional setting? If you're not in a professional setting, Okay, wear whatever you want to. I'm not saying that you got to, but don't sit up here and pretend like there aren't women who wouldn't wear a skirt or a blouse or a pantsuit in a business professional setting. That is one of the things that people need to understand who these characters are. Lois Lane hair's never been that short. Yes, she has had short hair, but she's never cut it to the point where it's a tomboyish haircut. Her haircut shouldn't be the same length as Clark Kent, because that's not Lois Lane, because Lois Lane is a feminine female who loves fashion, who loves to be beautiful. She's the top ace reporter at Daily Planet. She's well known. She's well beloved. She's a famous figure in the world of DC comic books. So let's not pretend like Lois would just be wearing leggings and a t-shirt. And let's stop pretending Jimmy was born black when he wasn't. Because if the roles were reversed and Jimmy and Lois look like how they're looking in My Adventures of Superman for originally, and we had changed it and we had reversed it where, let's say in 1938 when Lois Lane was introduced, Lois Lane was wearing leggings and a t-shirt and had a boy haircut, right? And now it's 2021. We decided that style was stupid. Lois Lane needs to be a girly girl now, even though for 83 years we've known her as this tomboyish character. Don't you think that would be weird? Everybody would be calling that out. Everybody would have that same energy. It would be the same thing. It'd be like if in the Superman radio show, when they introduced Jimmy Olsen and they introduced him as a black character or whatever, and for 80 years he's been black, but when we get to Supergirl, we're going to cast a white guy. And when we do My Adventures of Superman, we're going to cast a white guy to replace the original black Jimmy Olsen. Everybody will be in an uproar. Everybody will be in an uproar. Everybody would be like, DC's being racist and they're whitewashing or whatever and stuff like that. Forgetting the fact that they're doing the exact same thing right now. The thing is, it's in the name of progressiveness, and it's not progressive. It's regressive, to be honest. What is wrong with the female character looking like a feminine character, especially an iconic one like Lois Lane? That's like taking Jessica Rabbit and taking all her boobs away from her and putting her in a long shirt and was like, there she is. No, I'm sorry. Some women, like it or not, got a body. Cartoons or not, made for kids or not, the character still needs to look like a female, not an androgynous character. I'm sorry if it comes off mean to anybody or whatever and stuff like that. But I'm talking about Lois Lane. If this was another female character that wasn't well known like Lois Lane, sure, by all means go for it. By all means go for it. But this is Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen we're talking about. And I don't want these characters to be disrespected just because they want somebody, just because they want to have a virtue signaling thing and be like, look how progressive we are, when we're really not progressive. I mean, that's just the real talk of the whole situation. So for everybody that was upset at me or whatever and stuff like that, hello, congratulations. I'm glad you're upset. And if you still hate me, that's fine. You can leave it in the comments. You can go to Facebook. You can go to Twitter. You can go to all those social medias. Blast me for all you want to. I mean, okay, cool, sure. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, I do the editing because I just wanted the characters to look like the characters. And if it offends people, okay. Just like you're talking about, I'm mad about them changing the characters up. You're mad that I'm changing the characters back to what they originally are. What does that say more about you then? Just food for thought. Just food for thought. I mean, hey, it's all love and peace, to be honest. I mean, hey, I don't have to watch it. I don't have to support the show, but I can throw my opinions on it because it is a property that I do love, that I've been reading for years. So anytime you radically change things about those characters, no matter whatever reason it is for, and no matter what target audience is for, I'm going to talk about it. You don't have to like it. That's fine. Each to their own. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.